Welcome back to another episode of the So What Now podcast. We are here. We're prepared. We are ready.
First of all, I want to tell everyone, not nice. Yeah, they thought you were funny when you were talking at 2x speed.
What? First of all, I'm always funny.
The show.
You act like you're surprised about that.
Everyone was like, she was so on point.
Yeah, but I also received DMs saying that they love that you talk in 2x speed because they want to listen in 2x speed.
We
so
don't
then
have
when
time
you talk
to
in 2x speed,
waste.
they can listen in 4x speed.
Yeah, we don't have time to waste. What are we saying here? I know we give y'all an hour, but we can cut it to 45. And you got important things to do with your kids, at work. I just want to have you laugh a little and move on. You got to think with me. Just
But we can relax and breathe when we talk. See, doesn't that feel good?
I think I talk at like 0.5 speed.
You do talk quite slow.
Yeah.
God,
So if you're wondering who that voice is, it is the lovely,
Oh.
the intelligent,
The beautiful, the talented, the entrepreneur,
the boss babe.
Jena Mehlberg.
Yes.
Yay! We actually had you as Woman of the Week one time.
Yeah, we did.
So I can't remember what episode that was.
Very early on.
Yeah, but we're going to find it out and tag it for y'all down here. You can see why. Well, you'll hear why we made her Woman of the Week.
And you're our third guest. Being a guest on our show is an exclusive honor.
It's actually really funny because Carla was like, do you want to do something? And I was like, yeah. And I don't know, I thought I was like taking videos or something.
I said, can you come to the podcast on Wednesday? And
Yeah,
she was
I said,
like,
yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, you're not even going to ask me what it's
I was
about?
like, oh, I'm in it?
Yeah. It's an honor. Like when Oprah finally comes on, you can be like, oh, did that, Oprah?
Oh, no, I'm so honored. I didn't even think I was
Oprah's
in
been
it.
asking, Oprah, I just needed you to hold on. We're not ready yet.
Yeah.
You didn't know Oprah's already in the DMs?
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she's been trying to come on, but it's exclusive.
Right.
We don't have, we're not quite there yet. We haven't had the topics to come up.
Okay.
Oprah, I got you though, girl. I'm waiting for our schedule to open and it aligns.
Right.
Okay.
You look so tan. Where have you been?
Hotel. All right, the Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz.
So it finally opened.
Like every day.
It
the
opened.
venue of the year.
Yes.
Of the century.
The long awaited
Yes.
Long, baby.
Ritz-Carlton.
Named by Dex.
We had our soft opening. Well, you had your soft opening.
It's because all
Memorial
my
Day.
friends have a membership.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a founding members membership.
Yes.
So all my friends have it. The rental property is ready to go.
Congratulations.
It was so the person that designed it, which was Brittany, designed by Brittany, she called it the something
Soto
bungalow. The what is it?
The Soto Bungalow.
Soto Bungalow.
Downtown
Yes.
Bungalow.
And then for the girls, when we go, is the Ritz-Carlton. The A is silent, so it's Ritz-Carlton. But we've been hanging out there, and I have been like, I'm getting so much joy.
Yeah.
And now it's a little hard because
You've
I don't
been
want
in
to
there
rent
every
it.
day.
That's what I keep telling
Every
Carla.
day.
I'm like, Carla, you're not gonna rent that.
No, she's not.
They're
If you
gonna
do,
be like,
those
can
people
you-
are going to be like, is it okay that like someone's in the pool? You're like, yeah, that's me, the
It's
owner.
me, it's okay.
Because it's like I've been there every day. Psalm is loving it. I'm loving it. I'm back to like my roots
You're so
of
tan.
being
You're
a
so
brown girl. Like
tan.
I was depressed for the past 6 years under the claws of men that did not appreciate what I have to bring.
You're so tan.
So I needed to give it to myself, and this is back. This is the real vitamin D right here.
Yeah.
So I feel really, really good. And I'm really happy you guys are coming. And I love that I'll just be like, hey, I want to go to the pool.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course we want to
Exactly.
go to the pool.
And we just hang out, and the furniture is
And
there.
Sami, do you want to get in the pool?
Yeah.
He's
Do you
ready
want
to
to get in the pool? Do you want to
swim.
come play?
We took out another frog the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the frogs just come in.
Yeah.
It went in the pool while I was in it swimming.
Did you kiss
freaked-
it?
I was cussing everybody out because everyone's
She was
Ayana and
freaking
Sarai
out.
were just like looking and like, we don't see anything. The frog was going 100 miles an hour
Oh,
in
yeah.
that water.
I was freaking out.
And I'm trying to tell them like, watch it so you can tell me where to swim to so I can get out. And they're just moving slow as hell. I said, this frog is gonna eat me.
Nothing's gonna happen.
I don't think it'll eat you. You might get a wart.
Awards.
On you,
I
but
have
it won't
one.
eat
I
you.
have this thing. It happened to me before in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I thought you were saying you have one now.
Oh no, not now. Like I have it's a scar from it because I have to burn it off
From a frog.
from a frog. We used to kill them.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's pee or their stuff on it, but we used to kill them in Puerto Rico.
I'm pretty
So,
much not scared of anything except snakes.
lizards.
Yeah.
Lizards don't bother me.
Mm.
Snakes, no.
Gross.
No snakes.
I don't like
no
it.
snakes.
Okay, well, this week, it's actually going to be 9 years, and I just want to bring it out so you're aware. And we send our condolences again because it was a big time. Pulse was June 12th, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all three of us are right here from Orlando. We're right now, probably 3 miles
Mm-hmm.
So close, yeah.
from the venue. So I believe it was 49 people plus the killer that passed away at Polzo's nightclub here in Orlando. If you haven't heard of this, you live under a rock. 'Cause it's probably like the biggest massacre here.
It was, yeah.
Like I
not
don't.
massacre, but mass
I think if
shooting.
you lived here, you probably don't not know someone who is
Yeah.
impacted.
Yes.
Like it'd be impossible not to know
A
someone.
lot of people went to funerals, memorials. Like I went to a few.
I was working that day and people were like canceling their appointments. Like people were like, my friend's missing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Because there were a lot of people missing for a long time. Do you remember where you were?
I don't remember where I was. I actually had never been to that club, but I was planning to go with you and a former friend, like
Yeah.
in the coming weeks, which is crazy.
Yeah, we used to go a lot.
And I have one of my clients is the medical examiner of Orlando. So
Oh,
she was
wow.
there.
Oh wow.
And she was like, it was just dead silent and you just heard all the phones ringing.
Yes.
And it was just so bad.
I remember when the first responders were saying that years later they can't get rid of the phones ringing of the
Oh my
family
God.
members. But anyway, that's really dark.
Yes.
But it did
Yeah.
happen 9 years ago. So the building is still closed. There's nothing there. It's just kind of like a memorial. And I remember vividly because my father passed away that next Sunday, which is Father's Day.
I did not realize that.
So this happened on a Saturday night to Sunday, and my father passed away on a Sunday morning. The next week, and the next week Sunday was Father's Day.
My mom passed away the week of Mother's Day. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was kind of like they wanted just grand exits.
So dramatic.
Very
So
dramatic.
dramatic.
A little bit, also a little rude.
dramatic.
Rude.
So rude,
Because now there's
ma'am.
this. I'm so sorry.
Well, no,
y'all gonna talk
Right?
to them
I
about that when y'all see
yeah,
them.
because all I see is like, I think on Mother's Day this year, it was like maybe the day before she passed away.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was
it's
close.
just, all the pictures and all the
Yeah.
things.
And everyone's
all about
posting stuff.
moms.
All about the moms. I'm
Yeah.
like, how dare you?
I usually just kind of get off my
so
phone.
rude.
But I find a lot of joy, I won't lie, in watching people post their videos with their dads for me. Because it's just like, it's nice to see. And I always comment. So if you're someone that I've sent this to, just let me know. I always tell people, keep taking pictures, take more pictures. Today, take like 100, take videos.
Yeah, no, I get
Ask
that.
him questions. I'm like, when you have them there, if I could go back in time, every time I saw him, I would ask like a question on video. Because I lost a lot of stuff. Snapchat didn't save the stuff forever.
No way.
They started saving in 2017.
I don't have like tons of stuff about my mom.
I had so much Snapchat content. I used to like hit him and run away on video. I was an asshole. Because he couldn't get out his fat ass. Would be like, trying to. So I would put it on Snapchat. But yeah, take pictures with Father's Day is coming up. So take pictures with your family members all the time.
Yes.
No, I have one of those. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I would. Girl, I went on a vacation, a hot girl vacation one time on Father's Day weekend. I was like, what is happening? All these men are here with their wives. There's children. Like, I didn't even know it was Father's Day. Yeah.
The weekend after, they're all single again. Like, they don't spend 2 days with them.
This is terrible.
So are y'all gonna tell y'all's children's fathers Happy Father's Day?
I don't usually text him. Maybe if I think about it, I'll text him. But
I usually don't even know it's Father's Day.
yeah, I don't usually.
I don't even know if I don't know his number.
He texts me Happy Mother's Day, which he should.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
as
Yeah,
he
that
should.
makes sense.
I don't even get a Happy Mother's Day. And I'm over here doing it all.
Yeah.
He should text me on Father's Day.
Hayden tells him, because Hayden's older, so like Hayden can facilitate
Yes,
that relationship.
exactly.
So Hayden tells him Happy Father's Day. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Mm.
It's fine.
We don't have one. I'll let you know when we find a stepdad to like say Happy Father's Day too.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we find our Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can't wait. This week for Woman of the Week, I decided to bring my favorite. I get goosebumps when I think about her. Ooh, she's so cute. And she's
Speaking
just so
of Pride
perfect.
Month, no, I'm just kidding.
Who is it?
Tiana Taylor.
Oh,
I love
Love
Tiana Taylor.
I want her body.
So
girl.
her body is insane.
The amount of surgery I would need to
That-
have.
This
All of us.
woman,
You're closer than any of
Perfect.
us.
You
No.
are like right there.
like
first
what
of
was
all.
that? What was that video called back in the day that she was in for
With the
Kanye?
water? Yes.
When she's just
Dun,
like,
dun,
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 yes,
dun,
and she
dun.
has the crop
Yeah.
top and like the underwear, the thong.
I should work really, really hard and be that for Halloween.
You could definitely do that.
You could do it by
You
next
could do
month.
that like tomorrow. But
Yeah, like okay.
that's just
No.
like one good
She
spray
has no
tan
body.
and one good
literally, that's
contour
all I thought of.
session.
You just need
No.
to spray
And you're
tan.
good.
She has no body fat, so
You have no
but
body
Where's
I
your
think I
body
should
fat?
do
Where
that
is
for.
yours?
I think I should do that for Halloween. We can continue. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The most body fat that I will say you have, and it's just to tell you, like, yeah, you might be right. It might be your chin. That's the most body fat you have, which means you have none. Which means you have none.
There's
Your body
none.
doesn't have any. So
There's
if you're talking about you
no
have
body
fat, it has
fat.
to be that one thing you always talk about. Because where? But going back to her, you guys know she is like a creative director, film director. She does music. She dances. She does it all.
Mhm.
I just feel like we've never. I mean, if you're a fan of her, you would know. But I
Yeah.
don't think she's been recognized
For like
to the
everything she
level
does,
that
yeah.
she should be.
No, I didn't know until recently that she like plans like people's stage performances. Like
Yes.
Lotto, like her stage presence has improved so much. Tiana Taylor is behind that with like
Yes.
I did
coaching
not
her
know
and planning
that.
the dances
Yeah.
and
She
stuff
coaches
like that.
people. She choreographs things, all that stuff. Well, she just came out with a visual for her new album.
Oh, she's dropping a new album?
Yes, and they're saying that this basically is her version of Lemonade. So I figured you would appreciate that because you
Oh,
like
love
Lemonade.
that.
Love that.
So I want to watch it real quick with you
Okay.
to see what you think. This one.
To be your wife, to love and cherish in good times and bad.
Is that the-
from this day forward.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Do you take this man to be your husband, to love and cherish in good times and bad from this day forward?
I do.
The hard part isn't losing you. It's losing the version of me I left behind.
Mm.
Well, now there's nothing else left to do.
It looks like a movie.
Mhm.
Definitely giving Lemonade vibes.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, who is that? I can't see.
Mufasa.
Mufasa. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Oh.
Oh my God.
Body. So this is a whole visual album
I'm
like
so
that
it.
excited.
she's directing,
like
and
it.
it just gave me like, oh my God, you're able to release. I've been going through this. I've been sending y'all the shit the
Mhm.
past couple of
Yes, you
weeks. Like
have.
I've been writing, I've been doing all kinds of things because I just feel like I need to let it all out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she just sat somewhere and was
made
able to
that.
literally
Yeah.
dump everything that
Mhm.
she's been holding on to.
Mhm.
So I can't wait to watch like the whole visual album because they say her and Mufasa got something going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't know that?
So
I
this
did
is
not
supposed to
know
be like
that.
her soft launch or hard launch.
Well, they've taken pictures. They've gone to events together.
Oh.
Yeah, they're insanely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
But like
I don't
she,
find him
she
that cute,
keeps
but
her
yeah.
I think
a
he's
gorgeous
very
man.
cute. Yes,
she keeps her
she
a
does.
gorgeous man. Good for
She's
her.
a gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
But that might be the problem. But no, them ugly ones cheat too. So
Yeah.
might as well
Yeah,
be
they do.
something good
So
to look
yeah,
at.
exactly.
You're
That's
right.
true.
If that's
You're
what
right.
you, yeah,
And
exactly.
rich.
True.
Congrats to her though. I'm very
Yes.
excited because I loved her first album. Oh, you're gonna love me. You're gonna wanna
love
hold
it.
me.
That's
and
actually not the first one.
squeeze me.
There's one before that.
Oh, okay. Well, the
That's
last
really,
one.
really good.
The last one.
That was I think it's the only one she put out with Kanye.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
But it was
is.
really, really good. I mean, they're both musical
Mhm.
geniuses, honestly.
So
Just
why
I
do we
love
have our
them.
guests here today?
Yes.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Let's go into that.
Besides wanting just to look at your beautiful face.
I don't-
I know. So if you're not
Aw,
watching, you're
guys.
listening, do both.
Yeah, do
You want to
both.
listen and watch. But we have you here today because essentially the name is So What Now, right?
Okay.
So we pass all these different milestones in our life and we don't really don't know what's next, and it's the fear of the unknown for a lot of us, where we get stuck, where we don't know where to go, where we find community. And you're someone that I think is extremely resilient. I think you're so super smart and can inspire people that might feel like you're just so vulnerable and open and transparent that it can inspire someone that may feel like they have to hide those parts of them
Mhm.
or maybe pretend, because it's been through a lot of things. And then I guess I didn't ask you if you wanted to talk about all this. So I'm going to give them to you, and there's any of them that you don't want to, it'll be edited and sent.
Oh, here we go.
So I figured we would talk about these main things.
Okay.
Entrepreneurship. You've been an entrepreneur since you were 18.
I did do that. Yes,
The end of a toxic relationship.
I did do that. Yeah.
Losing a parent, which we talked about
I
earlier.
did do that. I'm like, are we playing life bingo?
Right.
Because I win.
Filing for bankruptcy.
I did do that. Yeah.
And overcoming and starting over after losing your entire salon to a fire.
Well, I'm still in that.
Right.
I'm doing it.
Right.
We're not done yet.
We're still there. So
We're-
you're still in the like, so what now
we're
stage
still
of
doing it.
that.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I think like just the way you answer that, your outlook on life is so positive. You
Mhm.
said, okay, we're playing life bingo, I win.
I win.
Right? With all those
Yeah.
things that could be taken as a negative.
Mhm.
Where does that come from? Like your outlook on life.
I didn't even notice that, and you're right.
Yeah.
So I do coaching, right? Education. So I genuinely believe in my core that everything I go through is just making me a better teacher,
Mhm.
like coach, because I think I do very well with coaching because I never come from a place of judgment, because more than likely I've done it, right? And it's like I say I'm so good because I'm just going to tell you everything not to do wrong because I
Yeah.
tried that for you and I can
Mhm.
tell you how it's going to go. So I think like even like when the salon burned, the fire, insurance, I'm like, okay, I will get to now add to my, repertoire.
Mhm.
Dealing with insurance, lease negotiations, like I don't
It's like
know.
you look
It's
at
like
everything as a
hitting new
lesson.
levels of life, I guess.
And do you think you were like looking back, do you think you were always like that or did that come at some point from dealing with so many difficult events?
I think I don't have any other choice because
Yeah.
if it were to just be like, I had a meeting today with my psychiatrist and therapist, actually.
This is great.
2-for-1 kind of day. And I told her, I said, I started my business. I became a mom at 18.
Mhm.
I started my business at 19. I started kind of like financially taking care of my mom in my mid 20s. So I told her, these whole like depressive episodes and like, I'm not going to get out of bed. I've never had that opportunity
Got it.
ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't have PTO. I don't have mental health days. Like there's been times where I've spent the night in the hospital from like an illness or, something very traumatic is happening and I have to go to work in the morning.
Mhm.
So I think that has helped me to just keep going all the time because as much as I want to be like, I'm leaving, I need to go to the beach.
But there's a positive aspect to it because you're saying that keeps me going. And what I'm thinking is survival, survival, survival. And it looks so different in me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying. And you're like, another day to keep trying. So no matter what happens, everything you're saying, I'm getting anxious. Like, oh my God, you're at the hospital. When do you rest? When do you sleep? Are you okay? And you're just like, I'm going to work. What if the rent doesn't get paid? I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So is that faith?
I think so. I think so I'm now like really getting into like my faith journey and like reading my Bible for the first time, going to church, like praying, really building this relationship with God. But I also think it's so much easier for me to do because I've never not been able to pay my bills. I've never not been able to feed myself. I've really never been in a position where I genuinely like couldn't have something I needed. Maybe not a want, like, okay, I want a BMW right now. I don't have one, but I've never needed anything. And, they say like when you have a job or maybe you have like a spouse or something, or you have, parents that you can like really depend on, you find your safety in them. But I've never really
You've always
had
had to
that
find your safety in
opportunity.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now like looking at myself as God and like we're connected, it's so easy for me to be like, actually, it's not me, it's him. We're one. Like I find my safety in him because I've always had it that way.
I think, yeah, it does come down, that anxiousness. Every time it's when you feel like you need to, for me, I need to take care of everything. It's like, if my business goes down, I'm responsible for everyone around me that's not going to have an income. If I lose my home, my kids, and it's just like, okay, well, she's 20
Yeah.
and it'll be okay. You have another home and you can
Yeah.
sell this and you can sell that. And I'm like, it's me.
But it's like looking back, you have so much evidence that it's always been okay.
Every time. So
It's
I think
always
it
been
was,
okay.
I don't think he came up with this, but I remember him saying this, Steve Harvey. He said, you have overcome 100% of your worst days.
Yeah.
And when
that's
you
true.
think about it that way, you're like, I did overcome when I got that letter from the lawyer. I did overcome
I
that
did
punch
do
in the
that.
face. I did overcome seeing my account go in the negative. I overcame all of that. So you have to just, it's kind of talking to yourself constantly. Oh, I already do that.
I think once we get past that milestone, that negative thing, that something that we had to overcome, we don't look back on it. We're just looking towards like that next thing comes up and it's like, oh my gosh, I got to overcome this. But you never look back and think about like the power that you had to get through that first thing.
I also think one of the best things you can do is really be intentional about existing outside of yourself.
Oh, tell me about that.
So,
Existing outside of
This
yourself.
bitch on
Okay.
a spiritual level.
I'm telling you. So she
Existing
I've
outside
done a lot
yourself,
of like
okay.
personal development and a lot of stuff. So if you're looking inward, all you have is your problems and stress and anxiety and depression and the voice in your head. But, that's why it's so good to be volunteering, to be with friends, to be with people, to work, to go do things, because you just get to exist outside of yourself and you get to know that, A, it's not that bad. Like everybody's going through stuff. You're going to be okay. I do think the salon or my business is part of my saving grace, because every day, no matter what's going on or how I'm feeling or good day, bad day, I get to go to work and I just get to be with people.
Yeah.
And I'm not in my head. I don't get to live in my problems very long because I just have to go be with them now.
Yeah.
And that's insanely helpful for me. Yeah.
Actually dealing with someone close to me right now with extreme depression, I can see how it gets worse when you're just by yourself.
You're isolated.
In your head with your
It's like
problems.
you just decline rapidly if there's no people around you giving you energy. You just sit in your
And I
dark
do think I
thoughts.
get energy from people.
So do you
for
think,
sure.
was that like modeled by your mom or your parents, or do you think that's just naturally you?
I was at the dentist yesterday and the lady, I don't know what she was talking about. It was just like this white middle-aged lady. And I don't know how we got to talking about this, but she said that a comedian one day she's like, I don't know. She said that she was in her house and she heard her husband like laughing hysterically, and that it was a comedian and he was talking about white women. And he was like, white women are not afraid of anything. They will do anything. They don't care. They have no fear whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought of my mom.
Yeah.
Like that woman was off the chain. Like she exemplified white privilege, but not in like a racist way or
Right,
anything.
yeah.
Just like
Feeling like things are
there was
owed to
no
her,
rules for her.
abundance, things are coming to her. Yeah.
there was nothing that was off limits to her. Rules did not exist. Like she was owed everything. Like she could have whatever she wanted.
And nothing could ever happen to her to the point she'll get on a kayak and leave for hours and no one knows where she
would
is.
go camping in the woods, no phone. Like she would go she would be in her car. Like she'd go to people's house. Just insane
When
stuff.
she went on the jet ski, she was already sick? Or no?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because at one point we had a jet ski. We go on the lake with her, and we're like, okay, do you want to go on? And she's like, yeah. And keep in mind, at this point, she's strong, but she's like a skinny
Small
little, like
woman.
a small little white lady. She gets on and just goes like full speed. I'm like, oh my God.
Like rules don't exist to her.
No.
And I find myself also kind of living like that. Like me and Carla were at the real Ritz-Carlton and they have these cabanas. And it was the end of the day, so the people had left their cabana. And I was like, let's just go to the cabana.
Yeah.
And Carla was like, what? And she was with this guy and he was like, is your friend okay? I was like, what are they going to do? I'm always like, ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, no problem. Like, totally fine.
But you also know that your voice helps with that, right?
Yes, of course.
If I say that, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, they're like, oh, you fucking, like, they would not. I can soften it a little bit, but it'll never do what hers does. Ever.
Like,
You have it a little bit. You could turn it on good, but yours is always like, oh, it's so sweet.
But now the problem is, which I'm sure we're going to get into, my mom got to exist that way. I get away with it for the most part, but I have to raise a black man who will get murdered for half of the activities that he has seen since he was born, that he thinks is a completely normal way of life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So do you feel like he's currently moving through life like you and your mom did? Like how he saw you and your mom do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk
Scary.
to him. We have a lot of talks with him. We're like, the police and
I have been talking to her
manners
since he was
and
like 8.
And just to take a step back, so I don't know if we said who Jena is a salon owner.
Yeah, so she owns a
Since
salon.
the age of 19, she's a single mom.
Yes.
And just for like the background or clarity on her son, what we're talking about, like, so Jena is a mixed woman. Her mother is white.
And she raised me.
And her dad is black.
Yeah.
And she was raised by her mom. So Jena is biracial, whereas I am black because my mom is black and my dad is white. But that's another
So
story.
can
But
we get something real quick?
her son Hayden
Yeah.
is 17 now.
He's 17.
He's 6 foot.
He's around. He's big. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy,
Yeah.
and he it's like Jenna's complexion. And so, like, if you're not seeing this, whose complexion? Like Michael B. Jordan complexion, maybe.
No, I would say
If you're not seeing it, like no, he's darker than Mufasa.
It depends.
Okay, so
how much
somewhere
sun
in
he
that-
But
gets.
actually, think of
somewhere in that-
Mufasa.
yeah.
Eyes, skin
Okay.
color, and everything.
Somewhere in that range. So him moving through life
as a
with
white
a white
woman,
woman's mentality.
is a little problematic.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little, but
and his group of friends.
But it does. It's weird. I was talking to Carla about this yesterday because he has gone to all white schools
Right.
since kindergarten. And so I was raised by a white woman. My whole family is white. That has been like my experience.
Oh, because
of
you
life.
don't know your black side
I
at all.
never knew my
Okay.
And we're
black
talking
side.
about white.
Michigan, white, blonde hair, blue eyes, white.
Okay.
And they really never treated me differently. They were very accepting of me. I never had this view of like I'm different than them. It's just like, this is my cousin, this is my mom, this is my aunts. Like that was just how I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Hayden. These are his cousins. Like we're very close with them. We spend time with them. We go on holidays with them. Now he's in school. He's with white kids. Most of his friends are white. So I was telling Carla this, like, we think like, because we were talking about like the special kids, like in the
My
special
question
classes.
to her was, do you think someone will get picked on? He was playing around. I was like, do you think people will make fun of someone? Like, what will that go? Just not him being special needs, but also a black boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her to be that little, like their way of thinking is they pick up on anything different, whether it's your skin color, it's your class, like maybe you don't have as much money or clothes don't look the same. It is maybe you do have some type of like neurodivergent disability. And I told her like Hayden had friends and there was kids that went to his school that were black. And they were so ostracized. They were picked on. They were bullied to the point that like one of the moms I know, she took her kid out of the school because that was their difference, was that they were black. And on the flip side of that, her son viewed those kids as being different. So those aren't kids he's comfortable being around. He's not used to white kids. Those kids are like not comfortable with him, like picking on him. Whereas Hayden was just like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, like this is his normal way of being. So he didn't act any differently. They didn't act any differently. Even now, like he spends most of his time in like mansions and on boats. And like, he's just like, yeah, I belong here. Like this is
Do
my
they
life.
know the socioeconomic life that he comes from?
No, everybody thinks Hayden has money.
Because Hayden act like he has money, girl.
Everybody thinks Hayden has money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do not know. Well, I mean, they see his car as like piece of crap. But yeah, everybody thinks Hayden has money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
He has nice, I mean, you know, he gets food. We travel. He calls me. I bring him stuff. I'm available a lot. He always gets everything. He doesn't live a drastically different life.
Like it's not like they're coming to his home either, where they can see, oh, my home is 5,000 square feet and yours is 1,500. Everything at school looks equal.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has.
So I guess we can segue this into the conversation that you and I were having. I asked her, you know, am I doing something wrong? Like, what can I do different raising Psalm so he won't be the type of man that we're encountering out here right now? We're talking about physically abusive men, emotionally abusive men that are entitled and feel like what are you bringing to the table, but more like in a monetary sense, not like I want to get to know you and how can you fulfill my life and I fulfill yours, but more of that toxic.
Make
How
my
can you take care
appointments
of
for
me?
me.
Yes,
Are you my mom?
Very sassy. My mom had 3 jobs and did the whole house. Why can't you? Type of situation. And we said there could be a correlation. We didn't do no research or polls. So there could be a correlation in my mind, in our minds, in our worlds of single moms raising specifically for us, because I don't date white men, so I don't know what they got going on. But how they present themselves to us. So what could we be doing as single moms to these black and brown boys that could possibly be enabling them to be now those men that we are meeting that we're like, what the hell is going on?
I think we have to start with like not giving any blame to the single moms. Like I don't want to start with like you're doing this wrong, because you shouldn't be doing this in the first place.
Absolutely.
You should have help. You're trying to navigate, you're trying to survive. It's not any blame. It's just like, hey, these are things that we've experienced and like this is what I've learned. I do genuinely feel like, because I've dated men who are abusive as well, And what's crazy is they'll talk about how their mom was abused.
Yes.
And how they saw their mom being abused, and and the mom had 3 jobs. And you would think that if I saw my mom being abused, I would never abuse women, but I genuinely think it gives them an excuse, like permission, that I know this behavior exists. I know that like this is okay because I grew up seeing this. You would really think it would make them be the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never abuse women. I'll never touch women.
And I think that happens as well.
Yeah.
And there are men like don't have their fathers that come up and be like, I'm going to be the best father I can. But I also think that they're seeing their mother suffer, but they're also watching a man that they want to emulate.
Right.
Yes.
Or the other side of that is they might say, I would never want to do that because I see my mom hurt. But since it's the only thing they saw modeled in front of them, when the time comes, it's like, this is what I know to do.
And that's what
this is how I know to
So I
deal
think
with
definitely, this needs to be said, like, don't be abused, like get out of domestic violence situations for so many reasons. And I do think like, I don't know who I was telling this to, but I have been in very questionable relationships and situations in my life. And the biggest thing that got me out of all those relationships was when I could see it was starting to impact Hayden. And I don't know why I don't do well with boundaries, but I can be in compromising situations. Like, I'll allow myself to deal with a lot, but I know that when it starts impacting Hayden, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like so easy for me to just be like, no, I'm not doing this. I think that has a lot. And then like I was saying, how you're raising them, like Hayden does his own laundry. He books his doctor's appointments.
That's good.
He books his orthodontist appointments. He booked his license appointments. Like, he has so many responsibilities because I don't want him to grow up as a man who doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah. But then again, okay, so that can bring us into our kids are now getting older. So we're 20, 20, and 17.
Yeah.
So
yes,
you're
I am
almost 20.
You
that's
are
what that's what she means, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay,
So
of
we
course.
have Dex and I have 20-year-olds, and you have a 17-year-old
Who
boy.
looks like a 25-year-old.
Yes, literally grown. Do people ever think he's your boyfriend? You look
they
too much
have the
alike.
same face.
You look too much
They
alike.
think I'm his sister.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. So our kids are about to be grown or are grown, and they're at an age where it's like really funny age. You know, when they go from like 7 to like 11, they go to that ugly stage. We're in this ugly life stage right now between 17. Is that a bad thing to say?
Mine is worse.
Go ahead.
I thought you were gonna say that doesn't happen. So y'all not gonna say these kids have an ugly stage?
It's a growth spurt.
Yes, and they ugly. I would say their teeth are too big for their face.
Oh, you really mean they're physical? I thought you were saying
ugly.
No, not now. I said at that age when they're starting. No,
I would use the word awkward, not ugly. There's nothing.
Here's
about our
the
children
problem
that's
that I
ugly.
talk to you about a lot, which is why I'm like, y'all are in a better position than me. Hayden wants to make adult decisions, but he's 17.
Oh, our girls did too.
Yeah.
And until he's 18, those adult decisions could really, really impact my life.
For sure.
So I'm having to like pump the brakes a little bit on him. He's not really appreciating that at all.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
But I feel like not that it'll get better when he's 18 because I don't want him ruining his life either. But at least I know he's not going to be ruining my life. So I'm like.
But my anxiety only just got worse once she turned 18
Really?
because at 17, 16, of course, they're like, I'm moving out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. The time comes and they realize, oh, it's not that easy to get around here or the lifestyle that you're used to that your parents afforded you. So we're teaching them these skills, but it seems like they are grown technically on paper. You'll be there soon, but they're lacking basic life skills that they may need. So they just don't know how to do job interviews, how to really get a high paying job or higher paying job than flipping burgers at McDonald's or something, which at this point.
Honestly, though, like, again, with Hayden being self-sufficient, he found his job. He applied for his job. He interviewed with his job. He had to get testing done. He scheduled all the testing. Like,
can we keep him to like keep the job? This one, he might like it.
I think he likes it. Yeah.
Okay.
He's had a couple jobs.
So for this one, I just feel like a lot of people just don't understand time management, understanding basic health terms, what HIPAA is. My daughter just recently, a couple weeks ago, was like, Mom, did you know HIPAA was that serious? And at first I was like, yeah, I wanted to say this, but immediately it hit me. How would she know what HIPAA is?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They don't teach it in school. She's never filled out her paperwork for the doctor's office. So when do we introduce that to make sure that they're equipped for life?
So my answer is you don't. Some things you learn through doing in life. Nobody sat me down and talked to me about HIPAA.
Yeah, no.
Like you learn how to interview through interviewing and failing. You learn how to fill out an application for something by filling it the fuck out. You cannot teach them everything.
I'm struggling
They
with
have
that.
to experience some things, and they have to learn some things multiple times.
Do you feel like your parents taught you a lot? Because my mom taught me very minimal things.
They didn't teach
about
me
life
shit.
skills. Oh, okay. So I was like,
so
maybe
why are you so worried about Ayana then?
Because I remember how hard it was to like every time I hit my head, and it's like, oh, you actually can skip the line. I can help you skip the line.
Yeah, but you've tried to help her skip the line, right?
She don't want to skip.
She don't want to skip the line. She actually want to be in the front of the line and go to the back and do it again. Go to the back, do it again.
So as a mom, I'm really struggling, which I'm working through on therapy, and I'm doing so much better. But that doesn't mean that I'm not struggling, that it's not difficult. I feel like I'm constantly pushing this heavy weight to not step in, but it ain't looking good.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like it's terrible. I don't have a crackhead child. I don't have somebody that's outside, like, exposing their body, or maybe like in prostitution where you're like really scared for their life per se.
Yeah.
But some of these things they're sad. They're avoidable. But does she have to go through them? Do we have to get them to go? I don't know.
I think unless she's coming to you for advice or guidance, she does have to go through them. And I think because it's so far away from us, we don't remember the little things that we stumbled upon, like failing a job interview, like saying something stupid like that. Because at the end of the day, it's not that big of a fucking deal. It's not.
If you can't pay rent, it's a big deal.
You know what? Go back home to mama and then figure it out again.
She said no.
Huh?
It's
but
fine.
I think like you told me, like, yes, I know you keep thinking like, what if I'm not here? What if I'm not here? What if I'm not here?
Constantly.
I hear you, but what if you're not here? She has to learn these things.
Right.
But I had time. I knew that although they didn't teach me much, well, I get verbally. Like they weren't there like saying this, credit this, da 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 da. But I had time and a safety blanket for a while until I was 29. I had a safety blanket.
Okay.
I still have 9 years to get there. And I'm like, and by 29, I was doing okay.
You think you knew everything by 29?
I don't know everything now.
Exactly. And so it's fine.
You're still learning.
But I could be gone tomorrow.
But
okay.
And then what?
You're still here.
Yeah. Because this is the thing. Let's say you leave her a safety blanket. You just put, the will, everything goes to Ayana. With how you're trying to do it, where you control everything and teach her everything, regardless of what you leave her, you are not here to tell her what to do with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm here to like.
I do that to her too. We're like, say so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think it's so? I have this. It's not super irrational because it's cancer, but like I have this fear that I'm gonna get cancer, I'm gonna die.
Oh, mine's dementia.
Great. And I
mine's
think
a heart attack. Like instant.
And
like
so mine is like slower.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is slower.
Yeah,
hers is like I'm literally gonna be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how you're operating with Ayana.
Yeah.
But that's not
because it's realistic.
Yeah, but like regardless, there's nothing you can do about it. And you versus me being the person of faith, it is shocking to me that you're so stressed about this.
And that's
because I feel like almost like Jena said, like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna be okay.
And I think I technically know that, which is why I continue and I do the things that I do. Okay, all I can control is pay for therapy. All I can control is like put you in a nice place. So I'm with my actions, I'm practicing what I know, which is like, I know everything's going to be fine. I know she'll make it work. I've heard her talk. I know she's brilliant. Like, I know she'll get it when she hits rock bottom. But then I take over sometimes. My thoughts will just take over and I'll be like, no. Look at her now. That she didn't do this. She told the job this, or she didn't do that one. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
You have to know that she's going to be okay.
Yeah. And then also like, I really wish for you, like my wish for you, and I don't know if that'll happen. Like this is just in you, but like like the bad stuff happens for a reason and it works out. Let's talk about like this job this job interview you're referring to. She didn't get the job. turns out she's available to watch Psalm now for you to go to Bali for however long.
Oh, she was gonna be available regardless. The schedule of the job that I looked for was gonna be perfect.
But we were gonna have to figure out all that. You see what I'm saying? It's like this quote unquote negative of her not getting the job still worked out for the better in the very end, and she can get another job anywhere.
That's what I thought.
That wasn't the only job. It might just take her a little longer.
Okay. Rent's coming up.
Rent is coming up.
Rent is coming up. And it's like, I think I'm just so, this is my first time clipping the wing. So it's only been a month and a half that I clipped the wing, so I'm like, so I think it's heightened from that, but also it's giving me space to not be so on top of her.
Yeah.
And that's your baby. And none of us want our babies to fail. None of us want our babies to be hurt. But you trying to prevent all that is actually hurting y'all relationship.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to be talking about this.
Oh, sorry.
This was not
We're supposed to be about talking about Jena.
We were supposed to talk about my life.
This was not what we were supposed to be.
This was fine when it was about my traumatic life.
Yes,
how dare we talk?
Fine. I wasn't ready for this. Yeah, I'm processing. I've been talking about the right process. My leg is shaking.
Yeah. It was fine when it was me.
No, so I can bring it back for a second. She's outside now, right? And by outside, I mean outside of my home. So she's living.
I was like, me? I'm not outside.
No. My daughter's outside now. Your daughter's outside now. So going back to what we were talking about, men and their emotional intelligence or availability to our daughters, because I really don't think that we have many of them left for us. In a way, I feel like I just got to give it up. If I find one, I find one. It's cool. It's going to be like one of the golden tickets in the chocolates. But at this point, really close to moving in with Dex. Like,
I'm coming.
We're
actually building a compound.
Yes. There's going to be a Golden Girls compound.
Together.
Where it might be there because it's how it feels. I don't think it's what I want nor what I'm still trying. But it feels like right now the state of the men that are available are just not willing to show up as we have issues with the women and the men. We are also pulling up with a big dick, aka me. So I know that I pull it out at times and I need to work on that, but I'm working on that. And while I'm working on that, the men ain't working on that.
But I did, there was like a TikTok about how like younger men, they have more hope. Like there's more hope for the younger men because the men that we're looking for are the men that saw their mom not being emotional, not being vulnerable, not having as much of a voice, taking a lot more. Hayden, I think he knows I'm like pretty mentally unstable. Like he sees me crying. Like I do yoga in my underwear in the living room at 1 a.m, you know, like, and I make him open my doors. I make him carry stuff. I make him put stuff away. Like I talk to him about things and I see him being like that with girls, right? And it makes me so happy.
Good. Yeah.
Like he was with a group of girls and it was the mom and then like all girls and they wanted ice cream and the mom was like, oh, I don't want to go there. The parking's bad. He's like, no, I'm just going to drop you guys off and park the car.
Aww.
And she was like, oh, like adult, like grown men
don't
do that.
Right. Yeah. But then at the same time, he's watching you do all of this by yourself. So is he going to expect a woman that is working as hard as you are?
I hope not, because I tell him he has to take care of me when he gets older. I'm like, I'm only doing this because you're like my investment.
I think the men that saw their mom do it and get older and expect you as the girlfriend to step in and do that, like they have the moms who were like, oh no, like they didn't expect him to take out the trash. Like they took care of it versus like, okay, you have a certain age. This is your responsibility now, son. And I'm not coming from a standpoint of like, oh, you're the man of the house, but like a young man should have certain responsibilities, especially like male centered responsibilities,
but also survival responsibilities.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's what
So, like, if I had a son and I'm bringing in the groceries and he's sitting here playing the game,
no, absolutely
that's
not
unacceptable. But if a mother is like bringing in the groceries and he playing the game, he gonna come to your house as his girlfriend now or wife. You bringing in the groceries, he gonna keep playing the motherfucking game.
He gets my gas. I get home from the grocery store. I literally walk in the house and I'm like, go get the groceries. Like, I know that like that's how I would want to be treated. So I know that that's how I want him to treat women.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm still licking rocks.
Well, he's
but
he's
not tall enough to reach the.
But no, even
Sam
now
is
he
super-
knows
yeah,
to
he
help me
tries.
with the groceries.
Sam's gonna be great.
He helps me with the groceries. If I say something hurts, it's just like he'll give it a kiss
Yeah,
and he'll
he's
check
very
up
sweet,
on
yeah.
you.
Mhm.
And then he's like, "You good?" Now I was talking about it with Ariel because I don't know how much he's gonna perceive like emotions sometimes. So if he sees me like, ouch, he's like, "You hurt yourself, you fell, something hit you,
When he
something's
laid,
broken."
he's like, "You're back."
Yeah, he's like, something had to have happened for you to feel this way because
Yeah.
if you're crying for nothing, he's gonna look at you like, so
Right.
nothing hurts? Okay, cool. Well, bye.
Yeah,
Like, what am I supposed to kiss or console if like I don't see anything broken in
I
you?
can see that.
So I think that's something I'm gonna have to teach him to be like, it doesn't mean like something's broken for it to hurt.
Yeah, but that's a longer time away, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Right now, I just kind of make him help with the little things. Like, oh, we're taking the trash out.
Mhm.
He can only
Pick up
drag
your-
it to the
let's
door.
pick up your toys.
Yeah.
His
like-
toys, he has to pick them up. His
Oh.
shoes, put your shoes in your room.
Yeah.
So he knows, take them off, take them to his room. So little things like that.
Yeah.
But I have a long way to go, and I am very nervous as to the men that my daughter is about to encounter because they look
Yeah.
like they're just getting worse.
I'm so happy I have a boy.
Are you
Right?
really?
Because they're the
I
ones that
wanted
gonna
a
be
boy
toxic.
when I was pregnant.
Oh,
I just
no, I
I'm
wouldn't do
so
well with a
happy to
boy.
be a boy mom.
Why not?
I wouldn't do. What do I do with a boy? Especially if I'm a single mom. Who gonna teach him how to be?
I've dated. Like this is the longest I've been. He has had a male influence since like the day he was born. I've lived
Yeah.
with men. I've dated men.
I wouldn't know what to
he's
do.
always-
I'm not going to a sporting
And I
event.
wouldn't date men. You're
I'm
not
not.
It
what?
might be a
I pray
pianist.
for a girl. I'm not going to a sporting
can't
event.
be.
Yeah, he would have to be like that type of guy, like an artistic type of.
It's not
yeah.
that bad. Football's
Maybe
at
a fashion
night.
designer or some shit. I don't
Hockey's
know.
inside. I wouldn't do track or anything.
Outdoor sports? Are you for
Football's
real?
at night, and you just bring your little seat thing, and you
Let's
have
I
an
meet
can't
up.
umbrella.
wait. Psalm has to play basketball, soccer,
Basketball's
football.
fine. Basketball's inside.
Yeah, basketball's inside.
Yeah, it's to just be like
You know who I
strategic.
watch, and I'm like, God, please give me something similar to this because I love their interactions. Alicia and Laron with King.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're at the games and she's screaming like a psychopath mom, like, and I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to
No.
kick the refs to kick me out.
No, because that shit is like every weekend, a couple
Yeah.
times a week
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
If your kid is good,
Yeah.
yeah.
First of all, what are you talking about? Michaela had an event like every day of the week.
That's true, but it was indoors.
They were indoors.
There's indoor.
It was during the school
sports.
year for the most part.
She had stuff.
And then I had a little network with the Winter Park moms. We would kind of trade off who went
Yeah,
to certain
yeah,
things.
like you go-
like
yeah,
you go,
yeah.
girl. I'm gonna go this time. Like
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, because I feel like every time we were talking, I said something else. She was in every club and every
Mhm.
theater and every acting
Yes.
thing. She
All
was-
with AC.
uh,
Nothing outside.
I can't handle you.
Okay, fine. I get it. So we can touch on this lightly. To wrap that one up, basically, our kids are getting older, and what y'all are telling me as non-licensed therapists, but I'm gonna talk to my licensed therapist later, that I need to just let it happen and
Yeah.
not teach her everything.
And she told you this
Yes.
already. That's what I'm saying. Like it's in you. This is a you thing, not an Ayana thing.
Yeah.
This is a Carla thing. A Carla's need to, from a caring place, control things.
Yeah.
Make sure everything is in order. Make sure everything is
Because
okay.
as a mom,
Make
you
sure
have
she
the
meets
best.
certain milestones by a certain date because you have set it up for it to be so easy for her. How dare she go down the tougher path when
amount
I
of
did all
times
this work to make it easy for
I
you.
just be telling Hayden, figure it out. Figure it out.
And he does.
He figures.
No, but
lot
sometimes,
of
Jenna,
stuff
some of the
out.
stuff that he figures out, it's like you're going to turn 18 and you're going to jail.
But guess what he did?
He
figured
figured
it
it
out.
But that doesn't scare you that he's going to try to figure it out as an adult and end up in jail?
It would
Or, like, not-
probably be like white collar crime.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, no,
Like,
for sure. But
yeah.
still jail. Oh, yeah. So we're not talking about like crazy crimes. We're talking about
He's
absolutely.
like a good boy. He's afraid of authority for the most part. Like he wouldn't do anything.
But he's
to,
not
like,
afraid
go
of the
to
feds.
jail.
He's not afraid to go to the feds. He would never go to like just county jail like that. He would go to the feds.
They say that's a nice one to go to though.
Yeah.
Martha
If you're
Stewart
gonna
was
go,
there,
that's
yeah,
where to
that's where
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she found the positive in this. He figured it out and he's gonna go to the feds. It's fine. Everything is fine. And there's
Yeah.
gonna be somebody putting money in his books.
He's gonna be fine.
Ooh. I have been my anxiety with Hayden for almost a decade now.
I posted this today on someone's story because her husband keeps getting pulled over by the police, and they're like in the community. They have a community center, and her husband keeps getting pulled over for no reason. He has dreads. So Hayden had dreads. He just COVID happened. He didn't cut his hair. He had dreads for a while. Woke up one day, said he wanted to cut his hair. Cool. Let's go get a haircut. And then I didn't realize it for a few months, but like he got his license last March. He still had the dreads 2-3 months maybe. He had gotten pulled over 4 times in like 2 to 3 months. It was like your music's too loud. Your tail light was out. Never got a ticket for anything. Never
they
any
were just
reason.
checking because of his hair.
He's driving around Winter Park.
Yeah.
You know, he cut his hair. He's never been pulled over again.
That's terrible.
Wow.
I mean, I'm glad he's not getting pulled over anymore, but
in
that's
over a
terrible,
year,
him being
he's
pulled
never
over.
been
That's
pulled
crazy.
over since when he had his dreads pulled over 4 times.
I know someone that had dreads for a really long time, locks, and he said that everything truly changed once he cut them off.
It's crazy.
He's like, I was perceived differently. It was different business opportunities. My mouth is so dry from the weed. Oh my God.
Drinking water.
I've been drinking water, but Jesus.
You get pulled over a lot?
Do I get
Have
pulled
you ever
over?
gotten pulled over?
I used to get pulled over more with the Camry, with the red Camry for some reason, but I also drove a lot on OBT, and they would run my stuff on OBT, and then because of my gun license, they would pull me over, pull me out the car, and do the most. I was constantly on OBT, like on Oak Ridge.
I remember when your gun fell out.
Do you remember that?
What?
Were we friends?
Oh my God.
When I worked in Winter Park, were we friends? I don't know. I got pulled over and my gun was in my glove compartment and I opened it and it fell out,
Girl.
Scary.
So scary. Pulled it out and I'm like, I'll get out. Like, I'm sorry. Like, holy shit. So it was really, really scary.
Damn.
But I always, because I never tell them, if they don't ask me, I don't tell them.
Right.
For what? Like, I keep my registration in a little pocket in my car. Where
So you don't have to go in there, yeah.
Yeah. So, and now I just keep it in my bag. But, okay.
That's nice.
So, do we go into brokies? Not really.
We're about to hit the
They
hour.
don't need
Yeah,
more
about to hit the hour.
attention.
Okay, so let's go into. All right. So this week for our feel good. First, I feel good that you're here.
I feel good that I'm here too.
So a little bit of it has had us feeling good this week. For me, I have a home gym.
Yes, and you
Yes.
were killing it.
I'm such a fitness girl. I won't show you guys my abs. They're hiding under a couple layers of
Looking
fat.
snatched.
Show you later. I don't want to make you feel bad.
Right, you shouldn't.
No,
It's too much.
like,
All the
I-
sexiness on one couch.
You
Control yourself.
Yeah. So I'm trying to keep myself together, but I decided that I kind of continue to make excuses. I felt really good when I was working out in the mornings, and with Ayana moving to her own place, I just don't have the ability to go to work out early in the morning. And for about 2 months, I was dropping him off, going, and I didn't get home till 12. Had to pick him up by 3, so it was just pretty bad. But I needed it at the time, and I loved the way that I felt. So I said, well, I got to bring it home.
Yeah.
And I went on Facebook Marketplace and got me a treadmill and got dumbbells and got a barbell and got mats and all the things.
Killing it.
I put it in my office and I've just been waking up and working out in there. And now it's like a whole gym. And you guys also have memberships. You can come over.
I love it.
I love
So
that.
I'll be working out in there. And it felt great. So that's what's been making me feel good. Just when I'm walking, I'm not necessarily happy or feel good because I'm like, girl, it's boring walking on a treadmill and just watching TV.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, it's not the greatest, but 1, it's really hot outside, and 2, I just can't right now because of my schedule. So, and then Bali.
Yeah.
So that's also
I'm
another
so glad
push.
you found a solution.
I did.
I love that.
And
for
that's
you.
a mental thing too, which I keep reminding myself. Like, I wasn't there a couple of years ago. I could have done this a long time ago, but mentally, that's not where I was.
Yeah.
Scott, you feeling good?
Oh, Carla showed me this new seasoning. You know I don't cook.
Oh.
But I at least make my vegetables for my meal prep every week. And what is it
Okay.
called,
Yeah.
Carla?
Goya.
Goya salad and veggie season. We should put like a picture of it here.
Okay.
So good.
Next level with your veggies.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll change your life.
Change your
Like,
life.
if you don't like vegetables, if you're one of those people like, oh,
Not a
like,
huge vegetable.
So,
I
like-
like vegetables, but this just like I have to eat broccoli like almost every fucking day.
Yeah, no. That's
And I've been
too
doing
much.
that for like 3-4 months now. I'm sad.
I'm sad.
I'm
So
sad.
sad.
I'm fucking over it. And I love broccoli typically. I put this fucking seasoning on there. It's a whole new vegetable.
yeah,
Okay.
it's amazing. This is
Yeah.
the difference.
And I
one.
can't cook, so it's literally just a little seasoning. It's nothing
Okay.
special to it.
No, that and
Life changing.
if you make a baked potato, you put that on top of the baked potato.
Mm.
Amazing. Goya, it's yellow and green, I
Green,
believe,
yeah.
the box. So go and get y'all that. That's
So good.
it's
So
a thing.
bad.
I think they're making you feel good.
I'm
this
back
week.
to it. I'm back to enjoying my veggies.
Good. That you are ridiculous. Eating the same thing every day?
Yeah.
That is mental health.
I think it's ADHD.
No,
But
that's
the
not
ADHD
normal.
would hyperfixate on things.
I want you to understand that what she's doing, there's no finding.
doesn't matter.
It's
Okay.
something different. That
Okay.
is wild.
Well, we're in the countdown to my birthday now, so
Ooh,
it's gonna get worse.
we'll tell y'all later what we're gonna do. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a hot girl weekend.
I'm very excited that I'll be
What
here.
has you feeling good before we get out of here?
Being with you guys.
Oh, we love you.
Aw.
I'm Hayden. And therapy. And maybe medication.
Do you always double up on your therapy like that? Like
No,
you did today? It just
so
happened,
I had a psychiatrist because she diagnosed me with ADHD, and I tried like 3 or 4 different medicines. I think my brain craves chaos,
Oh, okay.
so it like does not like the medication. So I'm working with my therapist to help support me in not letting my brain convince me that it likes chaos, because I don't like chaos, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to separate what I want versus what my ADHD wants.
I see.
Like I'm trying to like create a separation. So that feels
like that.
good.
Do you think if you were born in a different decade, you would have been a hippie?
Yeah, my mom was a hippie.
Okay.
I would like to like
like
live
literally
in like a
hitchhiking.
nudist community. No, I fear for my safety, but maybe they didn't really think about their safety
Yeah.
that much.
No.
Yeah,
You see, you want to be in a
don't-
nudist community?
Yeah, like I want to travel. I don't like the idea of like home ownership. Carla talks to me about that. I just want to see the world.
Yeah.
I just want to get the fuck out of here.
By the way, I'm equal opportunity. I'm equally as pushy with all my friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
she
I
is.
want them
She's like,
all
but you need
to
a
be
home
st-
and it's an investment. I'm like, but I don't want one.
She's gonna get one.
Like, she's not gonna give me a choice.
Everyone just three-way me in. Carla, leave her the fuck alone.
Everyone's getting pressured. We applying
I'm like,
pressure.
I don't want
Carla-
to be here.
I
What?
randomly sent Carla the other day. I was like, wow, look at this random way to make money. Do you know within 2 minutes, she was like, yeah, there's so many ways to make money now. She sent me a PDF with at least 20 ways to make money on the side. I said, bitch, I did not ask for this.
With like websites to go to, so you can like
Yes.
start it right now.
Meanwhile, she has like a baby she's taking care of. So it's like, what are you like? Okay, so
I'm sure the viewers, I love the dynamic of you two because I'm like kind of a little bit together, because Carla will do like the other day you were like, I took a nap today, and Carla was like, I woke up, I worked
Yes.
out, I went to church, I
and
did
this
computer
was at like
work.
what, 2? Yeah.
And you were like, I took 2 naps today. and then the crazy part is, being Carla's friend, that day Carla was like, I just feel like I'm not doing enough.
right.
Like I'm just so far behind.
I'd be crying.
Like I love just, you both like need the dynamic of each other.
And I
yeah.
need a lot of, which is why I'm very selective, and I've been blessed with the friends that I have. I mean, it didn't work out with family, so Lord, thank you for at least giving
I
me
was
a
on
friend.
child,
you
so I
right.
get it. Yeah.
Where I learned so much from each one of you guys.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, honestly. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, learn to slow down.
Yeah.
Actually,
Learn to speed up, learn to slow down. I appreciate the yin and the yang with us. I
Yeah.
do, for real.
I love you.
I do. I love you too.
Okay.
I love both of
And we
them.
love you.
Wait, I have a really quick
Before you do that,
talk
I
to
do
me.
have something I want to like confront Jenna about.
Oh, shit, go ahead.
Before we let her go.
Oh,
So,
shit.
regularly
Yeah.
when we post about the show, you like to tell us how you agree with
Oh,
Carla.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
I agree
didn't
with Carla's
happen
take on
today.
this. Oh, Carla's right.
That's it. We were
you can
very
fucking
good
stop.
flowing today.
Carla don't need no more fucking support, okay? You can
I
fucking cut
need
it out.
tons of support.
I literally just complimented you,
Okay,
Dex.
I'm gonna pay somebody to go on every episode and go after you and be like, "Well, I agree with Dex."
I have a spam
Y'all are
account.
crazy.
I'm like, "Well, I need to know you agree with Carla." Every episode, you go and put it on there.
She's just be like, yup, that's
Today
it.
was very neutral. I feel like we were all flowing in
Because
the
you
agreements.
comment on the clips, which obviously marketing purposes, we make them very
little more
salacious and a
controversial,
little
yeah.
extremist.
The whole episodes be like that. I don't know what you're talking about. The clips. The whole
It be
episode.
the clips. It's a little, it's visuals,
I do
you know?
usually agree with Carla.
But
I'm sorry.
on the clips you agree, but I think when we have a full conversation, you end up falling on certain topics between the both of us.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just hers kind of like this. We have a comment
Okay.
from YouTube. So
Okay.
before we get out of
Oh, yeah,
here,
we got a review.
make sure you go to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. Y'all ain't getting on the Apple Podcast. We need that right now. We're in the
Yes,
middle of
please.
something. And Spotify comments as well. But let's see. From last week's episode
Okay.
or from the week before? Because, ooh, Jesus. Let's go to the week before.
Okay.
Yaya's Cookies Carla and Dex, thank you for your vulnerability and sharing your lives. So many of us go through similar experiences.
Okay.
So thank you, Yaya. And I also want to bring up Janice again. She came back to check in. I love you, girl. Every week, she makes sure she responds and let you know about yourself.
Oh.
Hey, ladies, it's me again.
Let me know.
Definitely a fan, loving these episodes. To answer Dex, thank you, girl. Yes, Carla was good at basketball, and if she remembers correctly, which you do,
we can cut the tape.
She definitely was starting 5 for games, and
Our
my sister's
hours
name was Janessa.
We can cut the
over.
tape. We can cut the tape.
Starting 5. Just
You know, Carla must secretly be just Janice's person.
Yeah.
And Carla don't
She
create
didn't
a
really
whole
say
account
anything about your
and
spam
pretending to
account
be
because she might
somebody.
actually be doing
That's your
it.
sister.
That is not. Now you gotta send us a video,
And then
girl.
the starting 5 on a terrible team, does that really mean
What,
anything?
a terrible team.
That's not very nice.
She's such a hater. Just want you to know. I was like LeBron. Okay. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.